Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley, and it is good to be back on YouTube after a couple of days offline. Been chaotic, most of you guys know. For those that don't, I am in the middle of a move, hence the empty background. We're between two houses. Man, yesterday was chaotic. We had people doing flooring, we had people doing windows, and we had the propane guy all between both houses. Just complete chaos. But I did get a lot of work done, got a lot of stuff done on the office. A lot of you guys want to stay up to date. You say, Boogie, I want to see the process of how you put together the new Talkin VAWLS studio. You can see there on the screen. Got a lot of the flooring done yesterday. The bookshelves have been installed. Just had to spend some time loading up the bookshelves. Yes, it looks like a gigantic toy store, but that's what the office looks like. Got a lot of stuff done yesterday. A lot of stuff. Got the arcades in place. You can see the soundproof walls have gone up. We got the ball helmets up. We got a national championship Philip Fulmer hanging up in the background. But again, just a reminder where we came from. I told you guys this is a dungeon. It is a dungeon. Doesn't really look like a dungeon now, but when you go back and look day one versus now, we've made a lot of progress. You go back to day one versus now, we've made a lot of progress. But that's what we were doing yesterday. But guess what? We got to talk recruiting. It doesn't matter if I'm in between houses, got complete chaos going on. We still got to talk Tennessee recruiting. Chad Simmons dropped it on Twitter yesterday. 3 schools have emerged as the favorites for 4-star cornerback Darius Dixon heading into the summer visits. Well, who would those 3 teams be? Washington, Tennessee, and Penn State. 4-star corner, 6'1", 180 pounds, out of Mater Dei in Santa Ana, California. Tennessee's got some connections there. Obviously, Brew McCoy. They're also recruiting a 4-star wide receiver, Marcus Harris, out of Santa Ana, California as well. Teammates with Darius Dixon. But we talk a lot about the corner position. We need more talent in the secondary. We need more athleticism in the secondary, and I think it's on the way. I think this coaching staff did a pretty good job with Ricky Gibson, Jordan Matthews. Of course, Christian Conyer was a big commitment at the time, one of the top players out of the state of Kentucky, but he has since entered the transfer portal. We need young, athletic corners, and I think Darius Dixon could be one of those guys. Again, the front runners, Washington, Tennessee, and Penn State. He'll take official visits to those schools throughout the summer. May the 31st, he will be at Washington. June the 7th, he will take his first ever visit to Penn State, and then he's going to wrap things up at Tennessee on June the 14th. Do the Vols have a shot? Are they just a front runner? Are they always the bridesmaid, never the bride? We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. But as always, I need you guys to do that quick YouTube stuff. Hit that thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, free, easy, and it does help this channel. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not reporters. We don't break news here. That's not what we do. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Quick update. NCAA night is moving for the rest of May, so no live stream tonight. We're going to do it every Thursday night throughout the rest of May, and then we'll readjust there. Again, just chaotic schedule right now. So Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, we will be playing NCAA 14 and talking all things Tennessee football, so make sure you tune in for that. But let's jump into it. Let's talk about Darius Dixon. We can go take a look at his profile here over at on3.com. Again, 6'1", 180-pound, 4-star corner. The On3 industry rankings have him as a top 150 guy, top 15 corner in the country. We'll take a look at his scouting report. We'll take a look at some highlights. I like to let you guys watch his highlights. One of the things that I noticed when watching his film is just his instincts, his ability to break on the ball, and you kind of see that here with the first couple of plays. Shadowed at the bottom of the screen, just breaks on the football, pick 6, takes it to the house, and then you see it again very next play on his highlights, just his ability to break on the football, read, react, and then watch him go high point the football. Go make a play, young man. But the scouting report, this is from Andrew Ivins. He's the director of scouting over at 247 Sports. Says he is a long reactionary corner with a big web. Now, length is something that this coaching staff has been seeking at the corner position. Pushing 6 feet with excellent length as evidence, verified by a 6'6" wingspan. Not sure he's an elite athlete. Marginal speed figures with 11.48 and 11.52 in the 100-meter reps, but moves well out on the perimeter in pads. Seems to have produced some takeaways as a junior. Physical specs and play style likely fit a cover 3 or cover 1 system. Projects as a potential high major multi-year starter who could become a valued NFL draft commodity. Now, I told you guys, the coaching staff, the assistant coaches out on the road recruiting the last couple of weeks, and they were out in California. A few of the coaches actually went out there to see Darius Dixon. Actually was the last day of April before we headed into May. But out there on the road, you had Coach Pope. Kelsey Pope was out there. Coach Inge was out there. And also Willie Martinez stopped by Mater Dei, again, the last day of April. And Coach Pope was there because, as I mentioned at the top of the video, they're also recruiting one of Darius Dixon's teammates out of Mater Dei, and that is 4-star wide receiver Marcus Harris. They've got that Mater Dei connection, right, with Brew McCoy. Also, the previous relationship Coach Inge had, from recruiting him at Washington. That's one of the big three, the top three teams, Washington, Penn State, and Tennessee. So Coach Inge already had that familiarity. They had that relationship with Darius Dixon. Now, Chad Simmons put out an update. This was back on April the 14th, so about a month ago, so keep that in mind. It says the buzz, Darius Dixon has official visits locked into Tennessee and Washington. He is in talks with Georgia and Penn State about official visits the weekend of May 18th. Of course, we now know looking ahead that visit is locked in with Penn State. It says Auburn is in this race too, and an official visit to the Plains is likely. Said a school with some momentum after a strong visit this spring is Tennessee. The Vols are really high on Dixon's list heading into summer visits. Now, something that was interesting, the article that kind of started this entire video, the one that Chad Simmons put out about the three front runners, one of the comments I liked from Dixon is he said he likes how Coach Heupel is very active with the players, and that builds the team's chemistry. And that's something, we've heard a lot about. Some of the guys that have come on this channel, some of the recruits, some of the players that have come on and interviewed on this channel, and they've hung out with the Talkin VAWLS family. And I think it was Jermod McCoy talked about his visit, said, I came in, I sat down, got my food, started to eat, looked up the guy across from me, start chatting him up. He didn't even realize that Josh Heupel was sitting at the table with him, because Josh Heupel is just one of the guys, one of the boys, the relationships, the chemistry, the culture. And I've talked about it time and time again. I think Josh Heupel relates to these players because he's been there. He's done that at an elite level. National championship winning quarterback, Heisman Trophy runner-up. He's one of the guys. And that's the beautiful thing of what Josh Heupel is doing in the NIL and transfer portal era, because we've seen Nick Saban say it can't be done and ride off into the sunset, but continue to flap his gums because all anybody cares about is money. But somehow, some way, Josh Heupel has managed to build this culture, build this chemistry. So I like that Dixon put that out there, saying that Heupel is active with the players, and that builds team chemistry. There was more of that conversation coming out of his visit back in January. He said it wasn't about football today. It was really just about life and what I want to do further than football. So Josh Heupel continuing to build those relationships, continuing to build that culture at the University of Tennessee. But Darius Dixon, 4-star corner out of California, a top 150 player. He's a guy that would move the needle. Tennessee barely inside the top 15 right now, according to the On3 rankings for the class of 2025. We got to continue to put on more steam, and I think it's going to be a busy, busy summer coming up. Good opportunity for Tennessee to lock down some targets over the next couple of months in the world of recruiting. Jump to the comment section. What are your thoughts on Dixon? What are your thoughts about what Josh Heupel has done so far recruiting? What are your thoughts on the Talkin VAWLS studio? I know some of you may find that boring. A lot of you guys have asked me, Boogie, I want to come along for this journey, so keep us updated. But do me a favor on the way out the door. Make sure you guys do smash that thumbs up, and you can go check out the Talkin VAWLS merchandise. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. We appreciate you guys picking up the merch. Tag me on Twitter. If you've got Talkin VAWLS merch, you're wearing it out in public, tag me. I want to see it at Boogie Bentley on the old Twitter machine. Also, shout out to the members of the channel. If you've got a Power T beside your name in the chat or in the comment section, you are a reason I'm able to do this full time, and I'm grateful for your support. You want to support the channel? Think about hitting that join button. It's right beside subscribe. You can do that for $1 a month. You get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, access to fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits. But if not, smash the thumbs up. That's quick, free, and easy. Jump into the comment section. Let's talk about it, because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.